Hello, everyone. Briefly, I just want to share some knowledge about turning quarterly data to yearly data. And at times, when you download some data from some database, they are available either monthly or either quarterly. And then you want it to be available yearly, right? So, although there are several other methods using several software. But what I'm going to show you now is how you can use your Excel to convert these quarterly data to yearly data. And also, mind you, the nature of the data also, the nature of data is also important. There are some data that is available monthly or quarterly that for you to convert them to yearly, you have to take the average, right? So for instance, if you have the growth rate of, say, the GDP, and if you want to convert the growth rate of the GDP, the quarterly growth rate of the GDP to yearly, you have to divide the 4 quarters growth rate by 4, right? That gives you the yearly growth rate. And there are some data, that is the features allow you to add them together, right? For instance, if you want to know the amount of, say, FDI, for instance, that is available quarterly, if it is measured from January to the fourth, the third month, and all of that, continue up to December. For that, what happened is that you want to add the first quarter amount to the second quarter, to the third quarter, to the fourth quarter, and that gives the yearly, right? The year total. So now for this data I have with me, don't mind the some of the non-response, or the is an unbalance. Is there? Is not is It's just series data, actually, right, of all of these countries. Then, but what I have here is that these are available yearly, quarterly, quarterly. So, but I want them to be available yearly. So this is just the Excel format to go about that. Excel, you can use several algorithms, several methods to do that. So it does not mean that what I'm sharing with you is the only way to do that. You can do that using other means as well. So now, what I'm going to do now to see is that I have them here, and then I created so this claim that I have here, now this is the yearly conversion, right? So what I'm about to do is to show you how I move from this quarterly, right, to this, right, using the if function in Excel, right? So let's do it for this liability aspect now. So this liability, quarterly data, this liability, the data is empty. We don't have anything here at all. So now let's go. So the first thing I need to do is to come here, just recreate this. I come here, recreate this beside it. And so I have the date and the quarters. Just copy the countries as well. Shift Control right to highlight everything. Control C, copy everything, and I just paste it. And so I have. So I'm just trying to recreate this, right? As you can see, the 1993 December, which is the fourth quarter, which is the Yeah, this is Q1, so this is just one quarter that is available. I mean to say just one quarter. See, so that's the fourth quarter, right? It's Q4. So I'm just repeating that one here. And just say equals under Australia, enter. So I have the value for 1993 fourth quarter. I just draw that, I just draw that and I have here, right? Now this is the main thing that I just want to show you now, is that now how do we now get the quarterly data now? So here we use the function, yes, you use the function, the if function in Excel. Just get that information here. So the if function is if. So let me put the function here. If B3, the dollar sign, I mean I'm fixing the B3, right? I'm fixing it in a column form, right? That is vertically. Now, yeah, I'm just fixing the B, just the B aspect vertically. So if such the column B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8, B9, right? I'm fixing the B, I'm not fixing this tree. So I'm not fixing the row, I'm fixing only the column. So search for Q1. Now, if you see Q1, sum 33 to 66 and put the result there. Otherwise, write 0. So that's basically what I'm just doing here. So I click this now. I just want to search check whether it's tally with the data. So I have B3, does it tally? I think it tallies. So here we have Q1, B3, right? So it's going to put the results in this space where you have Q1. It's going to put the results here. I mean under Q1 for each of the country, right? Just sum Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and put the results under the space for Q1, right? So I think this arrangement makes sense now. So let's do that. So don't forget the formula. This is the formula, the if function. Now I can just scroll down. I can just drag it down. So I drag down. So it works. And I can just drag to the right as well, right? Just drag to the right as well. Drag to the right. So I think the whole work is now done, right? So to be sure the work is done, let me click on that Canada, for instance, 2021. Just click on Canada and scroll to see that it was Canada that was actually done. So Canada was done, 2021. So you sum everything together, right? So that makes sense. So now that I have that, right, I can just come here again. I like this, then just copy everything. Then go to my yearly where I want to paste it as yearly data. Then come here, right click, look at this value, paste as value, the paste option. So if you don't paste with you paste the formula, right? You paste the value. Now I paste the value here. And I have the value pasted. So the next thing is to go to the quarter, right? Go to the quarter, then go to sort, just sort, just filter it, filter the quarter, right? Filter the quarter. So then another thing you should also be mindful of is this Q4, because we think this is so it's supposed to be Q4 actually, but because now what we want to do now is to actually remove every other quarter apart from Q1, right? But we needed this to remain there, right? So we have it change it to Q1. So we filter it, then we unclick the Q1 and click OK. So when I click OK, you see that every other quarter 2, 3, and 4 are all is zeros. So right, they're always zeros. As you can see, they're always zeros. So I can just come here, highlight all the, come here, shift control down arrow, delete, then everything is gone. Then I go back to my quarter. I find out that what I have is just the Q1, right? I click the Q1, I click OK. So you find out that all the results, the yearly data is now available. So what we have is Q1, 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 because we sum all the quarters into the Q1 space, right? We sum all the quarters into the Q1 space. So I can just delete this, right? Because I know that this is the yearly data, right? So like I said, there are several ways you can also do this. This is just using Excel. There are other softwares that are more powerful. There's some econometric software that are powerful than Excel that you can use. But that's the way to convert either monthly or quarterly data to yearly data. So going forward, I'll be sharing some other techniques that I can use, just simple techniques that I can use in some other things. So so that's it. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the day.